My name is Emma Rodriguez. I'm 28. For 3 long, exhausting years, I was the silent pillar holding my entire family upright, while they treated me like the cracked foundation they could step on without a second thought. I never asked for praise. I never demanded thank yous. I just said yes, because that's what family does, right? Until the day they proved that family loyalty only flows one way, straight into their pockets, never back to my heart. It began quietly. Dad's heart surgery left massive out-of-pocket bills that insurance laughed at. I covered them. Mom's car note was late again. I handled it. The internet bill, the phone plan, Marcus's endless rent emergencies, and Carmen's credit card minimums, one just this once turned into a permanent role, the family ATM. I lived in a tiny studio, drove a rattling 2015 Honda, survived on ramen and black coffee, while they streamed shows, bragged about vacations, and mocked my boring life in the group chat. They called me Little Miss Accountant like it was an insult. They laughed when I asked why Marcus borrowed rent money but bragged about crushing sales quotas. And all the while, my debit card quietly auto-paid the mortgage that kept the roof over their heads. Then came the Tuesday text that shattered everything. Final headcount for Thanksgiving. A long list of names. Mine wasn't on it. I stared at the screen, heart pounding, hoping it was a mistake. I typed, "Did you forget me?" Marcus replied first. Limited seating. Maybe try Christmas if you can behave yourself. Behave myself. Like I was a naughty child. Not the adult who'd prevented their financial collapse for 3 straight years. I called Mom. The background sounded like joy, clinking glasses, laughter, warmth I wasn't invited to share. "You're not coming until you apologize to Marcus for embarrassing him at his promotion dinner," she said, her voice dripping with that special maternal disappointment that slices deeper than any knife. Embarrassing him? I whispered. You mean asking why he keeps borrowing money while pretending he's successful? Uncle Pete's voice boomed in the background. There she goes again. Little Miss Accountant. The words burned. Caring about the money they spent made me petty. My generosity made me invisible. My silence made me a doormat. I felt the fire rise. For the first time, I didn't swallow it. Fine, I said, voice steady. But if you want no drama, stop using my debit card for half your bills. Silence. A door slammed. Then the line went dead. 10 minutes later, Aunt Carmen texted. Don't make this about money. Family comes first. Then she posted a Facebook photo, the long table, candles, turkey, smiles, everyone tagged except me. Thanksgiving Day, the feed flooded with golden turkeys and, blessed beyond measure, captions. Mom texted at 3 p.m. Saved you a plate. Porch pickup after 6. Porch pickup. Like I was a delivery driver. Not her daughter. I drove by that evening. The foil plate sat freezing on the steps. A neighbor's cat sniffed it curiously, more interested in my holiday meal than my family ever was. I left it there. The next few days were a whirlwind of audacity. Marcus called. Hey, can you front me $800 for Ashley's Christmas gift? I'll Venmo by Monday. Promise. The same Marcus who helped ban me now wanted another loan. I hung up without a word. I opened my notes app. For hours, I typed dates, amounts, screenshots, texts. Every, I'll pay you back, every promise that turned to dust. At the top, I wrote. What they don't know is about to set me free. I spent the weekend preparing what I called the reckoning, a binder of cold, hard truth, bank statements, highlighted transfers, instructions for them to adult on their own. Monday morning, the mortgage bounced. Mom's voice on the phone was pure panic. The bank is calling about late fees. What happened? I said only. I'll be over in an hour. At their kitchen table, under dim afternoon light, I placed the binder between us like a judge's gavel. This stays private, I said. No audience. Dad opened it. His face drained of color. We thought Marcus was helping, he whispered. I turned pages slowly. Here are 3 years of transfers, from my account to your mortgage. Mom's hands trembled as she saw groceries, utilities, insurance, everything. You banned me from Thanksgiving until I apologized, I said quietly, voice thick with emotion. So I stopped paying for the holiday you celebrated without me. I'm done funding the family that's ashamed of me. Marcus burst in. You're really going to do this to them, he spat, like my boundary was the crime. I slid his highlighted texts across the table. All the promises. All the lies. You can call it betrayal, I said, eyes locked on his. I call it a boundary. Dad rubbed his temples. We didn't realize how much. No, I cut in, standing tall. You didn't want to realize. You wanted me to be your solution without ever treating me as your equal. I wasn't asking for the money back. I made that crystal clear. I just wanted to stop bleeding for people who only called when they needed bandages. I tapped the binder once. Instructions inside. Set up your own accounts. You're adults. Act like it. Marcus tried one last time. You can't abandon them like this. My laugh was soft, tired, but free. I'm not abandoning them. I'm finally treating them like the capable people they are. The same way I'm treating myself. Dad's voice cracked. What about Christmas? I looked at him, really looked, and said the words that changed everything. I'll see how I feel. Walking out that door, the November air hit my face like a promise. For the first time in 3 years, I felt light. Not emptied. Not used. Light. In the weeks that followed, the group chat turned awkward, desperate requests for bill help, 0 volunteers. Marcus posted an ironic, real family loyalty isn't about money. I muted him. The silence wasn't lonely anymore. It was peaceful. Mom sent a casserole recipe like nothing happened. I didn't reply. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stop doing what's slowly killing you, even when they scream that it's selfish. Boundaries aren't cruelty. They're self-respect with a spine. Have you ever had to draw a line in the sand with family who treated your kindness like an unlimited resource? Share below. Someone needs to know they're not alone. If this story reminded you that no is a complete sentence, you already know what to do next. You've got this. Choose yourself. Always.